know that every year only one American produces over 3,000 pounds of hazardous waste that the environment can't handle? Also, did you know that over 80% of items that are in our landfills could be recycled, but they're not?
Cities are huge and hold a lot of people, and there are very easy and small things you can do that make a difference so that people can live in these heavily populated areas without a very big impact on the environment.
Big cities like Detroit, New York, and Miami, which might have construction and stuff going on, they give off a lot more carbon emissions than a small city would. So even though people live in apartments, there's still ways that people in cities like this could go green. In houses, apartments, and basically everywhere, there's little simple things that you can do to make a difference in the long run.
Most Americans brush their teeth twice a day, so imagine how much water you could save while when you're brushing your teeth, you just simply turn the faucet off while you're brushing.
Most toilets use much more water than they really need to. Eliminating this waste could be really easy. All you have to do is fill up a water bottle about halfway with water and put it in your tank so that when your tank refills after you use the bathroom, it only refills up to halfway, which is more than enough water to get everything down.
Recycling is a key component also. You can dispose of plastic bottles, papers, any kind of plastic that would take the earth like thousands of years to degrade and put it in a recycling plant for other people to use, and it's no harm to the earth at all. And I don't want you to go to bed. Being smart about electronics is very important too. The Environmental Protection Agency says that less than 20% of phones are recycled properly, which means that they're just sitting in landfills and it takes the earth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of years to degrade through all of that plastic and like the hardware that a cell phone has. There are good causes out there such as the Wireless Foundation that refurbishes used cell phones and gives them to domestic violence victims. Also, used iPods can be taken to the Apple Store and be recycled properly, and you can receive 20% off on a new one. There are a lot of companies that make it ridiculously easy to recycle.
MyGreenElectronics.org has areas where you can return your computer and they'll recycle it properly.
Battery acid is a huge problem because everyone just throws away batteries and doesn't realize that in the landfills the battery acid leaks out and causes harm to our earth, the water that we drink every day. Also, the government and big companies are trying to go green as well. Many companies use solar power, which harnesses the energy from the sun to power or heat or even cool homes.
It's a pain spending all that money in the hot summers for air conditioning when one of these solar panels could harness the sun's energy that's readily available and use it to cool your house.
There's plenty of natural energy around the earth.
Every day waves crash up on the shore, and that energy could be harnessed into energy that we can use instead of using non-renewable sources. Big companies such as Starbucks are introducing renewable cups so that their traditional plastic cups don't have to sit in landfills for years. It's disturbing to think that there are third world countries in Africa that are going through droughts, and we in America are taking things so simple as fresh water and housing for granted. I'm going to talk to a couple of my friends from South Africa and see what their problems really are. Hi, I'm here with Lodrick and Ronald, and what are your guys' African names?
My name is Isaiah. My name is Ronaldo.
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Great. And
where are you?
We're here at Hamilton's Game Range Park in Kruger National Park in South Africa. And I just wanted to ask you guys a couple questions. Do you know like everything that's going on in the environment with like the whole animal things that are happening and like how it's affecting the world and everything?
Yes.
Tell me what you know.
Actually, we have some couple of just coming down here to like poach rhinos and elephants for the task.
Yeah.
Because they say they're making man outside the world, all over the world, and that's it's acting the young generation around our area. I would say in 5 years' time, there won't be rhinos, so it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because they're taking all the tusks and they let the rhinos sit there and die and they leave with the tusks.
Yeah.
And so, what do you? How is your guys'? What village do you guys live in?
We are living at Belford near to Open Gate.
Over near Open Gate. Yeah. And they don't have as many carbon emissions as like the cities do, because they don't have like the high rises and there's not that many cars traveling through. So like tell me what is your normal day like?
Actually, it's still like we live in rural areas where we still, some of our fathers, they still plow like millies, and we still do like a traditional thing called chongolo.
Yeah.
We still do lots of things. So sometimes you have to go like 10 k's water. You're using wheelbarrow. It's, I mean,
Really?
still like
So
rural
it's like
areas.
very old-fashioned, right?
Yeah, old-fashioned
Where in
style.
the cities it's really modern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me talk to you guys about that. Okay. Take care.
Thank you.
Yes.
Here at Hampton's State Camp facing the Washington River.
Yeah.
Probably with like one inside, and unfortunately he's gone out for holiday, but it's kind of, and we used to have like elephant coming down to swim and drink water. I mean, as standing from here, you can see the big mountains.
Yeah. There are millions of children in poverty-stricken areas that are without fresh water, and I'm not just going to sit idly by without doing something to help them. Also, the change doesn't have to be that drastic. Just the small steps that count. And with a world as beautiful as this, wouldn't you want to preserve it?
Wonder what she's thinking. Nobody's talking, this talking just turns into screaming. Oh. And now it's I'm yelling over her, she yelling over me. All that means is neither of us is listening. What's even worse than we don't
There needs to be a change, and I hope there will be change.
let it go for nothing. Nothing, there should be nothing to a love like what we got. Oh baby, I know sometimes it's gonna rain, but baby